So the one thing that I continue to hear from people or questions that I get asked is I've created a LinkedIn newsletter. I get traction initially. I have subscribers, but the visibility kind of slows down. The engagement starts to decrease or starts to disappear altogether. How can I get more visibility for my LinkedIn newsletter outside of what LinkedIn does? Again, LinkedIn emails your subscribers. They do push notifications. They put it in suggested newsletters to subscribe to in the My Network area. But there are three things that I feel you could add into your newsletter to bring more to it, to create more visibility, which thus will help you grow your newsletter and grow your business. Now, before we get into what those three tips are, as I mentioned in previous trainings and previous episodes, we have a free business assessment. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes to go through it, but it will really help you find out what areas of your business that you have that are holding you back, the bottlenecks, the gaps, the holes. If you're not achieving certain goals, it's most likely due to something not being in or a part of your business. And that's exactly what this assessment does. Now, if you're watching on social, whether it be LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube, all you have to do is just in the comments, just type the word free, FREE, and I will send you the link myself. If you're listening on the podcast, super easy. The description of this episode has the link right there. Click on it, take the assessment. It only takes 2 to 3 minutes. So again, type in free in the comments if you would like to take this free assessment if you're watching on social. And if you're listening on the podcast, just go to the description. You can grab it there. So there's three things that I do to gain more visibility on LinkedIn. One is very recent and very new. And I actually did a training on this a couple of weeks ago. And it's actually the LinkedIn newsletter video cover. And what that is instead of doing a static image, you can just do a static image like a YouTube thumbnail. You can add a video up to 3 minutes, horizontal, that will play when people, come to your LinkedIn newsletter. And it's a way for you to bring some more vitality and energy to your newsletter edition. And what you want to do is, I recommend 30 to 60 seconds. And what it is, it's an explainer. It's an explainer little mini video basically saying, hey, this is Scott Aaron. Thanks again for being a subscriber of the LinkedIn Tips and Updates newsletter here on LinkedIn. In this week's newsletter edition, I'm going to be going over X, Y, and Z. So as always, as you read through the newsletter, don't hesitate to drop in the comments below what your biggest takeaway was and what you found most helpful. Thank you again for being a subscriber, and I hope you enjoy today's edition. And what it does is it brings more of a connectability, but also LinkedIn is actually showing newsletters that are using this LinkedIn video cover feature to more people. So you may be saying, well, how do I do that? Well, when you're writing your LinkedIn newsletter, you just click write an article, and it's going to give you the option to add a cover image or video to your article. That's where you would hop on Zoom and you would just record your video, 30 to 60 seconds, and you would upload it here. And now you have your video cover for that LinkedIn newsletter edition. Now, what I'll tell you is that really helps. It is immensely helpful to take advantage of this new feature. Now, you may not have this feature yet, so you may still have to just do the static image, which is completely fine. But as soon as you see that you can add a video cover, do it. 30 to 60 seconds, just record it on Zoom, save it, upload it, and I promise you, you will get more visibility. Now, the second thing that you can do is when you are writing your LinkedIn newsletter. So you have your video cover image or your regular cover image, you have your title, you have your description or what you're writing about. But to the right-hand side, there's a Manage tab. And when you click on this Manage tab, it's going to give you a number of different options: settings, drafts, scheduled, publish, new draft, newsletter, create a newsletter, help, give back, or give feedback. I want to hone in on the first option. The first option is settings. And there's many of you listening or watching that don't know about this additional feature. So after you are done your newsletter, before you click the next button to either schedule it or publish it, click on Manage, click on Settings, and this is where the fun part happens. You can actually add in additional SEO that will allow your newsletter editions to be found on general search engines outside of LinkedIn, Google, Yahoo, Bing. So the first SEO option is the SEO title. So we'll use your added SEO title in place of your article title for search engine result pages such as Google search. The second is SEO description. We'll use the SEO description in place of the first few lines of your article on search engine result pages. We suggest utilizing keywords, summarizing your writing, and aiming to write between 140 to 160 characters. So you may be thinking, all right, I see how this could be beneficial, but what should I write? Well, here's what I do. After I'm done writing my newsletter edition, I copy all of the content, I go into ChatGPT, and I say, chat, or, whatever I want to say, can you give me an SEO title that's best for Google and an SEO description utilizing keywords, summarizing this, and keep it between 140 to 160 characters from this newsletter. And then I put quotes, I paste my newsletter edition end quotes, I hit enter, and Chat will spit out a perfect SEO title that's best for Google and an SEO description. And all you have to do is copy the title, come into here and paste it, go back to Chat, copy the description, paste it in here, then hit save. That alone will get you more visibility because now you can add additional SEO, not just within LinkedIn, but outside of LinkedIn as well. Now, the third and final thing that I always recommend doing, and you don't have to do this every single time, but I can tell you that it helps. When you're writing your newsletters, it's really good to give visual aids. So just to give you an example, if I did a newsletter the other day about the LinkedIn featured content section. And as I was going through it, I was talking about some things that I had in my LinkedIn featured content section. So what I did was I was talking through how to turn it on. So what I did was I did a screenshot, added some arrows, and I added some imagery to that section of the newsletter edition that I was writing. Same thing, I gave the types of content that you can add with specific imagery. So it's great to write content, but if you want to add additional visibility and you want to add more of a personal touch to your newsletter editions, add some image. Now, when you're wondering, well, how do I add an image? Well, when you're writing your newsletter edition, you're going to see there's a toolbar on the very top of your newsletter edition. So there's the style of writing, bold, italic, unordered list, ordered list, a block quote, code off, divider page, add a link, embed a link, and then there's add an image or a video. So this is where you can actually add images and videos within the newsletter edition itself. So if you want to create more visibility, it's called dwell time. So the more people spend time reading your newsletter edition, that triggers LinkedIn to say, hey, you know what? People are finding value in this. We're going to show it to some more people. So if you can get more people to dwell and read more of your content by adding in some imagery like I just described, that will create more visibility and reach and growth for your LinkedIn newsletter, which in turn will help you grow your business. So just remember, those three things alone will help you. Taking advantage of the LinkedIn video cover feature, adding an SEO description and an SEO title, and adding some imagery within the newsletter edition will help you create more visibility from your LinkedIn newsletter. So before I end today's training and today's episode, again, if you would like to take our free business assessment to see what you need to focus on to get your business to the next level, it only takes 2 to 3 minutes. If you're watching on social, Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, just type the word free in the comments. I'll send you the link. 2 to 3 minutes in and out the door. If you're listening on the podcast, super easy. Just go to the description of this episode, click the link, take the assessment, and you will be thankful that you took this. You will not be sorry. It will absolutely help you. And it's only 180 seconds of your life. That is it. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Love and gratitude. And I'll talk to you next time.